What up, world? It's your woman, Tasha Joy. It's a beautiful day in the A, and I just got a little something that I want to say, okay? Okay, y'all, so there is this video out here. It's gone viral, and it's a woman that has jumped on a student, okay? Now, this lady didn't have on any clothes. All right, and she's trying to say that what she had on is not up for discussion. I can't believe that what y'all thinking about. And I'm just like, it's not up to for discussion for you, okay? But it's like hoardism is on the rise. Well, it's not on the rise, it has climaxed. Okay, it's past the point of climax, to the point where there's women saying, yeah, it don't matter how she was dressed, these kids are so bad and blah 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 blah. Okay, but for people like me, who know that the way you dress projects what's in your mind, okay, the way that you dress tell me a whole lot. Okay, the way that you dress tell me that you shouldn't even been in a school. Okay, it's like people are saying that she was just there just to teach. Okay, but I'm like, was she there just to teach? Because she sure wasn't dressed like no teacher. All right. You know, when you hear the word pedophile, you think of men, okay? But there's some women pedophiles out here too, okay? And they feel like they can't deal with men their own age. Men their own age is too hard, or they don't want to put in the work, or they didn't hurt them too bad, or whatever. They done made all these bad choices amongst men their own age. So they go to the younger boys, because with the younger boy, it's going to work out because I can boss him around, or he made me feel young again, or blah, blah, blah. And that junk is pedophile. That's what that is. Okay. And when that older boy grow up, when he start growing and he snap out of whatever he in, he going to be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like this, I have my whole life to live. This lady is preying on me. Okay. So there's some women pedophiles out here too that need to be in jail. All right. And if you in a school with no drawers on, okay, and a shirt, because that was not a dress, that was a shirt. All right, then that tell me that you need, that something's wrong with you. When I look at that video, I'm not advising anybody to go watch the video, because there's some nudeness, some nakedness in it, and we don't need to be seeing that. But when I look at the video, I see that something is wrong with the lady. She don't have the mindset. She's not mature enough to be around these children. Okay, because yes, these children are bad, but there's certain tactics and things that you do to deal with it. Okay, and it's not jumping on somebody's child that's not yours. Okay, I'll never see myself doing that. I don't care what a little teenager say to me. That's somebody else's child. I can walk away. Okay, there was one point in the video where she could have walked away. Okay, but she acted like the teenager had her so cornered. Okay, you could use all that weight that you used to jump on top of the girl to just barge past her and get to help or back up or whatever. Okay, but you didn't. You stood there and you waited for the little girl to swing on you again so that you could fight her, because you in that school acting like a child. And she don't need to be in that school. She didn't need to be in that school in the first place. Okay, and she's like, I grew up in the church. So why are you wearing that then? Like, if you grew up in the church, you didn't absorb anything because you are in a school with no drawers on. That's like the biggest part of the video. Okay, and they're like, yeah, these kids are so bad and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people just don't have a place in their heart for the youth anymore. You act like the youth is a different species. And that's why the devil has been able to come in and take over completely. Okay, your mind is too occupied to deal with the youth and remember yourself when you was that age, and to think of them as the future. All right, so if you have that mindset, then you shouldn't have children. You shouldn't be around them, because you're part of the problem. Okay, and you look at them as somebody you could pick on, somebody you could take advantage of, instead of seeing them for what they are. All right. So when we were younger and the substitute teacher came, how we acted. Okay, the substitute teacher has to has to have a different approach. You can't come in there acting like you're the teacher, because you're going to get a negative response from the kids because they don't know you. Okay? I don't know how the girl's phone was taken, but it don't matter. Like, really, like, phones and stuff is really their property. So if I was a substitute teacher, I'm not taking nobody's phone, because that's their property. I would excuse you from the classroom. I would give a warning and say, hey, y'all, okay, you turn your phones off and flip them over. There's just a way that you talk to children, way that you deal with them. There's people that really do want to learn and be something when they get older. They don't want to be under no bridge, so they're trying to pay attention to get this classwork in. Okay, so we don't need anybody disrupting. If you have an emergency or need to step out into the hallway and come back when you're done if you want this grade. Okay? There's a way that you talk to them. You can't be taking their stuff if you're a substitute teacher. That's their phones that they probably paid for, or that their parents bought them. Their parents can take their phone. But lady, you don't need to be in no school. Okay? They ain't no telling what you was there to do. I think that you was there to seduce some young boys because you didn't have no drawers on. Okay? And what happened now? That might be a visit from the Lord, to tell you the truth. And now your career is in danger because you was up in school with no drawers on. That's the main point. Okay? And you, in your heart, you don't even like children. I could just tell, because she's like, I'm leaving the profession. I can't take it no more. And I think that you're trying to put that into the hearts of people in that profession, you know. But there's people in that profession that are like, we are needed here. That's why they do it, for the pay. The pay don't even matter to them. It don't matter that I'm not getting paid enough. There's kids out here that need help. Okay. And this is our future. So stop trying to project that out. If you don't want to be, you don't need to be there, really. Okay? And then you want to say, when girls get into fights, all their body parts and all that stuff, you're not a girl. You're a grown woman, and that should not have happened, and you should go to jail. Okay? You should go to jail for that for a little while. Maybe 6 months to a year. Okay? Because your mind ain't right. All right? You up at the school with no drawers on. And you don't see nothing wrong with that. So, what do y'all think, y'all? What do y'all think? That's what that tell me. That tell me that your mind ain't right, and you don't need to be around them kids. you need to go. Ain't no telling where she came from, because she was a substitute teacher. So, I mean, they'll allow anybody to be a substitute teacher. I was about to be a substitute teacher. Okay. And it's like, there's no training. The only training that they give you is that if a child says something smart to you, you got to, they give you tactics to just de-escalate the situation. Because the kids are bad now, but jumping on them and stuff like that, no. You wrong, sis. You so wrong. And she knows she's wrong too. That's why she's online subliminally reaching out for help and trying to make everybody feel sorry for her. But I don't feel sorry for you, and you need to put some clothes on. You don't need to be up in the school like that. But somebody was saying all these little naked posts out there and that these kids look at. Yeah, but that's not a post. That's an actual woman that's up in a school like that. Okay? So she wrong, okay? And justice will be served. All right? So that's why I think about that. What do y'all think about that video, or that teacher jumping on the student? Or what do y'all think? Okay. Because I've been to these schools, and you could just, you should be able to take control. And if you don't know how to do that, then you don't need to be a teacher. Okay, because we got teachers out here that's slamming second graders into desks and stuff like that. Something wrong with you. And if you don't have the patience for it, then you need to go do something else. Get from around the kids if you can't handle it. That's what I'm saying. Why you keep going up in there if you don't want to do it? You know? You saying you about to leave, so that's what you should do. And bless your heart. And, I'm not saying this to I mean, I think the way that I talk naturally make it seem like I'm just coming down on somebody. But since you up in the school with no drawers on, and you trying to convince us that nothing is wrong with you and that something's wrong with the kids. And I'm just like, I'm spewing that out. No, something's wrong with you. Okay? So anyway, I gotta get in this house, y'all. I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.